What's up with it? How y'all doing today? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, lizards and frogs, and bumps on the logs. It's your boy Eddie Steady 214, and we are back with another episode of my Southern Opinion Sports Show. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about this week. It's the big week. Super Bowl 60, Super Bowl LX, and it's going down in San Francisco, California. So you know the weather's gonna be nice, nice and sunny. But before we get into sports, how was your week? Let me know in the comments something. Did you have anything special you did this week or anything? For me, I'm a girl dad, three girls, so it's never a boring week. Always got something going on. It was my wife's birthday, so went to some nice restaurants. Stomach got real big. Done filled up the stomach. Done inflated the stomach. Brought it back down and brought it back up again. Very cool week for me. I'm blessed. Steady seeing blessings. Um, Happy to see another day. You know, went to this place. If you're in the Grand Prairie area, place called Taco Moreno. It has some pretty good food. So any people in the Grand Prairie area might turn you on to a place that has some slamming tacos. What other kind of stuff you got into this week? You know, I like good crime drama, so I've been watching some. I've been watching some wild stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. I confess, I've been watching some very dark stuff. The dark stuff is interesting. What can I say? For example, you ever seen the movie The Terrifier? Stuff like that, just gruesome horror movies. Um, I started watching a movie called The Farm. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's so far it's real creepy. I'm only in it like maybe 20 minutes. Don't spoil the movie in the comments if you've seen it, but it's looking like it's gonna be a movie just like The Terrifier, pretty dark. But we'll see. Quick question: which sport is the hardest to win a championship in? Let me ask you that before we get started with our sports. Just ask yourself that for a second. I know the quick thing to say is hockey, right? Because dudes getting teeth knocked out. It's the most. I wouldn't say it's the easiest to get injured in, but I mean you're skating on ice for one, so you ain't even got to have the ball, the ball in your hand. You ain't got to be going up court to score or nothing to get hurt. You can just slip and fall on some ice. And I don't know if you've seen a while back, but there was a guy who it was the weirdest thing. I don't know if he did it on purpose or what, but he lunged and kicked at a dude. You know, they got skates with blades on it. This dude kicked at a guy and gave him straight a karate kung fu kick to the neck with a hockey blade. That's gonna that's gonna cut something. Like you dang near try to kill that boy. Like that's crazy. But yeah, which is the hardest sport to win a championship in? Most would say hockey because you get hurt so fast. Um, Easy to get hurt rather, but there ain't no sport over the other when getting hurt. Football, basketball, baseball is it's easily to get hurt in either one. Should be having a bad day, you know. My personal list. This is me. Don't send the hate mail. Me personally, I'm gonna say baseball. Then I'm gonna say hockey. The reason why I say baseball is you already play 180 some games, right? And then on top of that, you play Not only on top of that, but during the season, it's like the whole season of baseball is in the playoffs already, because you're already doing the best of. I'm talking about the whole year long. You seeing the same team over and over. So when you hit the playoffs, you just get more of that, but it just intensifies. So I'm definitely gonna say baseball, man. After that, I would say hockey. Um, Next, I would say football over basketball because it's any given Sunday, and I don't know how many. They say basketball has the biggest like underdog ratio. Like if a team is the number one going into the playoffs, they get beat by the last seed, but that isn't always the case. Um, Sports is totally unpredictable. You could try to say it's rigged, whatever, but if that's the case, why ain't you a millionaire yet? All the ones that say it's rigged, why ain't you betting and putting your money where your mouth is, right? Sports is unpredictable. You can try to say, oh, you know what's gonna happen next Sunday, but you really don't. Um, People be just be having good guesses. That's all I'm gonna say. But we about to get into it. About to get into it. I guess we're gonna start off with the usual. We're gonna start off with the usual. A lot going on in basketball today. Um, we go to the NBA. NBA trades left and right. The Mavs. Last week, I said something about Anthony Davis. Now here we are. Anthony Davis is gone. He is no longer a Maverick. After 29 days, Anthony Davis is a wizard. Let me start at the front. Mavs, Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante. Yeah, skip the last name. Sometimes my handwriting can be a little messy. They all went to the Wizards. Forget this: Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bailey, and 2 first-round draft picks. Now, I ain't been on basketball like I was, but I know Chris Middleton. He won a championship with the Milwaukee Bucks. I remember that. Chris Paul went to the Raptors. Wow, that's stunning. And then an even more crazier trade. Trey Young went to the Wizards. Wow. Trey Young is like he was on the Atlanta Hawks for how long? Um, the face of Atlanta. They point guard for years and years. Now all of a sudden you move him to the Wizards. I'm telling you, these NBA trades get deep, man. Jaren Jackson to the Utah Jazz. The 8 player trade. Hold on, get this. James Harden went to the Cavs. Come on, man. You gotta hit the buttons a little. Gotta hit the buttons a little faster, man. Let me introduce you to my engineer, the one that's hitting all the buttons. I'm gonna fire him if he don't speed up. Hey, go use the restroom real quick. Flush it. Make sure you flush it. Wash your hands too, real quick. Nasty little boy. All right, man. I got my engineer here. Let him pop out. I want y'all to introduce My engineer behind the scenes pressing the buttons. And you can't be late pressing these buttons now. Like you was just late just a minute ago. Don't be late. When I'm on cue, hit the buttons. Now say hello to the people, man. What's up? It's my engineer here. Just want to speak to y'all for a second, man. Uh, how y'all doing, people? All right, man. Get behind the turntables and let's get to work. All right. It's my engineer, John. He gonna be behind the tables, hitting the. You hear any little noise or something like that? That's him making the noise over there. See that's him right there. All right. Moving on. The big trade. I mean, one of the big huge names was. I mean, Anthony Davis for sure, but man, James Harden, the bearded man, then took his beard to Cleveland. James Harden is on the move again. James Harden is on the move again. We'll see how it go. He was saying he wanted to play with big men. Uh, just like Anthony Davis said he wanted to play with some more bigs, but you had bigs in Dallas. Don't let the excuses fool you. All right. Which traded player will have the most success next year on their new team? There was a poll by ESPN. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did they get this poll right? We got Anthony Davis with the Wizards at 12.8%. We got Trey Young also with the Wizards at 16.4. We got Jaren Jackson with the Jazz at 33.2. James Harden, the Cavaliers at 25.8. And Darius Garland with the Clippers at 11.7. So they got Jaren Jackson with the Jazz as the most successful for next year with his new team. Um, I don't know about that. We'll see. That sounds like a legitimate guess, but tell me. If you look back at the NFL draft picks this year right now, look how that's looking. So we move on. Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag got to be talked about. Said it last week, but this young man is steady putting that work in. And the only question is, when are they going to get this guy some help? Like the question, like when y'all gonna get this guy some help? Um, Chris Middleton, that's definitely a step up. That's definitely a plus. He got them threes. Big tall dude. He can hit twos. He can run up in there and dunk. That's nice. I see a bright future for the Mavs. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Mavs. Cooper Flag is putting on for Dallas, man. Now get him some help. At LA, stay away from him. You ain't getting Cooper Flag too. I'm sick of y'all. Y'all always try to get everybody. LA, stay away from him. Cooper Flag had 36 points against the Celtics the other day, 34 points against the Rockets, another 49 points against the Hornets. Before this trade deadline, you got to get this young man. Like, I see y'all done made some moves. I don't know if that's enough. I'm hoping it's enough, but for sure next year, things is looking bright. I mean, the Mavs done lost so much. It's like you got to turn up, and that brings me into my next in the comments. You let me know a better trade mid-season. What's the best trade mid-season in basketball ever? I don't know of two. I don't know too many that's better than the Detroit Pistons. I don't know what year it was. I'm thinking '06, '05, but the year they got Rasheed Wallace halfway through the season, and Tayshaun Prince started acting a plum fool. Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, like that whole squad. I remember like it was yesterday because they get a guy named Rasheed Wallace, a tall power forward from the Blazers. I'm talking about a all-star every year. He got a bad temper though. He always getting into it with the refs. They signed this guy, and who would have known this is the key, the last puzzle piece to what the Detroit Pistons needed. I'm talking about this guy was hitting threes. This guy was getting to the free throw line. This guy was defense. You want to talk about defense? It's like he fired up the whole team in practice. Next thing you know, Tayshaun Prince is remembered from running the guy down court and blocking it. It might I don't want to get it wrong on who he blocked. Might have been LeBron James. I don't know, but he ran somebody down all the way down court and blocked his shot. Uh, One of the things that won the game for him. Now it take a special kind of person to full speed just ran down, block somebody's shot. Like that was one of the things that fired up the Pistons. Next thing you know, they went all the way. They won the whole thing. I don't know too many trades mid-season. It was better than that Detroit Pistons trade. You let me know in the comments. There might be some bigger basketball heads out there than me. Um, but that's some of the NBA trades so far. Time's running out. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna barbecue a meal do? NBA, what y'all doing? All right, now we're gonna go to football. We're gonna move into football. Football. This weekend will make Super Bowl 60. They say it's gonna be the highest. Um, what they say the highest cost in Super Bowl? How? The the highest Super Bowl price. The highest Super Bowl price. How? Because it's in California, and maybe stuff is higher up there. Gotta be. I mean, I get it. The beautiful weather. San Francisco probably gonna be beautiful this weekend too. Probably like 70 degrees, something like that. I'm not sure, but it should definitely be good. Um, Couple of matchups this weekend for the Super Bowl. You have Gonzalez versus JSN Jackson Smith Najigma. Um, you got Demarcus Lawrence versus William Campbell. That's a nice matchup. One of the things I want to get into real quick is there's a viral picture of Stephon Diggs, right? Going to I think the airport, getting ready to go to California. It's going viral for what he got on. This dude literally got on some Chewbacca boots that go up to his knees, furry as heck. I'm talking about look like they killed two or three squirrels and even a raccoon to make it. It's wild. I ain't gonna lie. These boots is now I get it. They probably some real expensive boots, but it's like they had me thinking though. Dude went viral. You see, athletes going viral all the time. They know cameras is on them. They wear this stuff on purpose. You know what I mean? It's got to be. And I start thinking like, man, if I'm a celebrity, I can't even say I wouldn't even do the same thing because you wearing stuff could possibly get a deal out of it. You wearing something, it go viral. It's all over everywhere. People imitating you, making, wearing knockoffs of it and put stuff together trying to look like you. And who to say you won't get a deal from whoever that was, the brand it was, they signed you to a huge deal now to where you wearing that all the time. And you know how these deals is. They make it to where, oh, you can only wear that. Something like a shoe deal. They make it to where you can only wear this shoe. They see you in public wearing another shoe, they can, rip up the contract. All of a sudden you ain't getting paid. Um, but I was thinking myself, that's definitely got to be why they dress so, flamboyant and just some of that stuff. It'd be super tight, super bright. Just it's like I don't know. I'm always the type I dress to express. I don't dress to impress nobody or dress to um, make a scene or maybe go viral for that matter. Dressing is all about expression. You express yourself, let people know who you are the way you dress. Stuff that you like, stuff that all about expressing yourself. So, um, you only get one chance. You only live once. So I don't know about the wearing stuff to go viral. Rather, I do know maybe wearing something to maybe get a deal out of it or something. Say you wear suits all the time, you trying to get a suit deal, a designer shirt, you trying to get the designer shirt. I get it, me getting deals out of something, but it's just far as just the trying to go viral off of your dressing and just seeing how these celebrities, like these athletes, be dressing on their way to the game. It gotta be they want to go viral. It just gotta be. It's just a thought of mine. Let me know what you think about in the comments. You agree, disagree? Um, got to catch a sponsor or something. You got to be trying to catch a sponsor or something. That's it. Robert Kraft didn't make the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna say this again. Robert Kraft didn't make the Hall of Fame. Yeah, that's nasty. That's nasty. Robert Kraft didn't make the Hall of Fame. Dude got how many championships? Dude, like just what the most winningest coach? How he ain't make the Hall of? It's got to be next year then. I ain't gonna jump out the window. It's got to be next year. Then. Moving on. Who you got winning the Super Bowl this year? Let me know in the comments and why. And I gotta be honest with you. My personal pick for the Super Bowl this year, I'm going Seahawks. Yeah, I'm going Seahawks because the last year it was one celebrity couple out in the open. This year it's another celebrity couple out in the open, and it's like I'm not saying that's the reason why. My main reason for going for the Seahawks is Patriots got a lot of rings and they're gonna be competing with the Cowboys. Next thing you know, they're gonna be saying they America's favorite team. And please, like Patriots, I get it. Y'all been winning, y'all Brady here, y'all winning, but y'all ain't nothing on the Cowboys. And this year, if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, that's all you gonna hear is how the Patriots is the best team, the America's team. They better than the Cowboys. Nah. So for that reason, Seahawks get you one. I know you got you one a while back with Sean Alexander. Get you another one. Patriots to get it. Call me a hater if you want to. Pro Bowl. NFC beat the AFC 66-52. George Pickett got MVP. That don't mean absolutely nothing for next year. You want to shine the Pro Bowl. Where was that during the regular season? I'm not trying to be negative or nothing, but we need you. Cowboys need you, man. We ain't even make the playoffs. Like I get it, we ain't make the playoffs. So next year, I want to see something. I don't just want to see something in the Pro Bowl. I want to see something next year too, straight like that. The first Super Bowl ring ever was 1966. The Packers won. And this year, Super Bowl 60, who will it be? The Seahawks or the Patriots? Let me know in the comments. The On another side note, the halftime show. What do you think about the halftime show this year? Let me know in the comments. Me personally, I think it will be the worst halftime show ever, and it better be in English. On my mama. Moving on. If that mug ain't in English, I'm straight watching. I'm straight gonna go outside or do something else for that um, Super Bowl. And that's what that is. Don't forget, put in the comments who you got football, and we'll be right back. And we are back. I had to go use the restroom, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I wash my hands. All right. Moving on. It's time to get into some baseball. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. All right. Baseball. Let's start off with Tigers get Valdez for 3 years, 115 million. And I thought that dude had a bad attitude that was gonna stop him from getting signed. Boy, was I wrong. That boy got him 115 M's. M's. I ain't talking about no candy. M's. All right. Who do you have as the best center in baseball? Let me know in the comments. Who do you have as the best right fielder in baseball? Who do you have as the best shortstop in baseball? And who do you have as the best overall player in baseball? Some would say Aaron Judge. Some would say Otani. I'm gonna say Otani. I ain't gonna lie. I'd put Aaron Judge at number two. Some would say Bobby Witt Jr. at number three. Best centers. A center is a position I like in baseball. I ain't gonna lie. I mean catcher. Catcher. That's what I meant to say. Cal Riley, 60 home runs. Um, but if you look at it, that's all he did really was hit home runs. He got some doubles, but let me pull up my stats. I'm like ESPN now. I love stats. So let's get into some stats, shall we? 2025. Here goes some MLB stats leaders. The stat leaders of all MLB getting ready for 2026. Let's get to it. Batting leaders out of all MLB teams leading in bats. We just gonna go top five. And to my surprise, Athletics are number five batting leaders. This is all of baseball. Check this out now. Athletics ain't no slack. All right, Athletics number five with .253 average in batting. Next, you have the Boston Red Sox. I didn't see that coming. Now, number three, I did see the Philadelphia Phillies at .258. Boston Red Sox was uh, 0.254. Philadelphia Phillies was .258. Milwaukee Brewers, same thing, 258. And number one, the Toronto Blue Jays. All right. Home runs. Home runs, you got the New York Mets at number five. Now, this really surprised me. I ain't gonna lie, the Mets didn't really surprise me, but this here, number four in home runs was the Los Angeles Angels. How many wow, that surprised me. I ain't gonna lie. Seattle Mariners at number three. That don't surprise me. They got so many hitters on that team. Number two, it shouldn't surprise anybody. The Los Angeles Dodgers. And number one with 274 home runs. I'm gonna go back down the list to show you what everybody else had. But 274 for the Yankees. Just blowing it out the water. 274 home runs. Number two, um, Los Angeles Dodgers with 244. Behind them is the Mariners with 238. Behind them is the Angels with 226. And then behind them is the Mets with 224. Now, complete leaders, runs batted in, which is RBI. This is every time somebody run across base. If you don't know, they ran around and they made it home. Every time somebody make it home, it's considered a RBI. So if you hitting and it's already one person on base, I think that's two RBIs. But this count as a whole team. So New York Yankees 820 RBIs. Los Angeles Dodgers with 791. Behind them is Toronto Blue Jays with 771. Also, the Cubs have 771. And not far behind them is the Arizona Diamondbacks with 768. Complete leaders. Um, I mean, this is hits. Who had the most hits? Top five hits. Number five, Athletics. Athletics at number five. Who would have thought? Also, the Boston Red Sox, number four. Milwaukee Brewers, number three. I could see that they was like number one. Brewers were pretty good last year, real good. Philadelphia Phillies, number two. I definitely see that. And the Blue Jays, number one. World Series contenders. Definitely could see that. All right, now we go to stolen bases. Who led stolen bases for MLB last year? New York Mets, 147 stolen bases as a team. Chicago Cubs, 161. They're in at number four. Seattle Mariners at 161. Now these two teams are considered these would be considered the two fastest teams in MLB. Well, one of them. I thought the Padres was one also, but definitely the Cubs. I could see it. They got some fast people on their team. The Seattle got some fast people on their team, so they're number three. But these top two, Milwaukee Brewers, some of the fastest people in the league on their team, and number one, Tampa Bay Rays, got 194 stolen bases. Clearly the fastest. Behind them was Milwaukee Brewers with 164. All the rest of them are pretty close together. 164, 161, 161, and then behind them, last place was the Mets with 147. So that's pretty close. All right, now we're gonna get into some pitching. Pitching leaders for all MLB last year. Dodgers. I mean, we go with wins through pitchers. Dodgers at number five with 93. Blue Jays 94. New York Yankees also 94. Philadelphia Phillies 96. And Milwaukee Brewers with 97. Okay, we got Texas Rangers leading in something. Texas Rangers are leading in ERA with 3.47. Milwaukee Brewers 3.58. San Diego Padres 3.63. Boston Red Sox 3.70, and also the Cleveland Guardians 3.70. Earned average run. Saves. San Diego Padres with 49. Guardians with 47. Royals with 47. Philly with 47. Dodgers with 46. Strikeouts. Dodgers leading in strikeouts with 1505. Astros 1504, right behind them. Philadelphia Phillies 1471. Yankees 1440. Milwaukee Brewers 1432. Ooh. Quarterly starts. Phillies 84, Boston Red Sox 72, Houston Astros 70, Atlanta Braves 69, Cincinnati Reds 69. Speaking of the Cincinnati Reds, Cincinnati Reds got a sneaky trade. They got Eduardo Suarez from the Mariners. That's a heck of a trade, man. So the Reds, y'all getting Dela Cruz some help over there for sure. This dude had 49 homers last year. That's a huge, huge help for the Reds. And let me just go to let me just go to the Reds. I mean the let me just break down what the Reds had last year. Because the Reds they wasn't no slouch. You see they made the playoffs. Barely made the playoffs, but they made the playoffs, right? Okay. Run through some quick little things last year for to go into this year. Just to run by y'all. Stolen base leaders last year in baseball. O'Neal Cruz at number 5. He had 38. Juan Soto also had 38. Chandler Simpson had 44. Jose Ramirez had 44. And Jose Caballero with Tampa Bay had 49. He is now with the New York Yankees. Trey Turner with Philly had 179 hits. Aaron Judge had 179 hits. Luis Reyes had 181 hits. Bo Bichette, same 181. And Bobby Witt Jr. leads with 184 hits last year. That's why people are saying he's number 3 in all of baseball. Aaron Judge, number 1 person in baseball, had 114 runs batted in. Eugenio Suarez, 118. 125 for Cal Riley. Pete Alonso, 126. Kyle Schwarber, 132. Runs batted in. Home runs. Eugenio Suarez, 49. Aaron Judge, 53. Shohei Ohtani, 55. Kyle Schwarber, 56. And Cal Riley, 60. A lot of people saying Cal Riley ain't going to be able to hit that 60. They saying this was just a special year. What you think in the comments? Let me know. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right. Pitching leaders. Wins. Max Fried with the Yankees. He had 19 wins. Garrett Crochet with Boston had 18. Carlos Rodon with the Yankees had 18. Freddie Peralta had 17 with Milwaukee. I think they just traded him though. And Logan Webb, San Francisco had 15. Earned run average, that's the other. You had Paul Skeens, Terry Scrubble, 2 top pitchers, Hunter Brown, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and then you got Christopher Sanchez. Strikeouts. Garrett Crochet, 255. Scooble had 241. Logan Webb with San Francisco had 224. Jesus Luzardo with Philly had 208 and 16, and Paul Skeens Pittsburgh 216 also. Logan Webb number one in quality starts with 22, but you got three people tied: Christopher Sanchez and Garrett Crochet, all with 22. Terry Scroble with 21. Brian Rule with Seattle 21. So that's close. Baseball will be real. I ain't gonna lie, this is looking to be one of the best baseball years. Um, absolutely fire. Absolutely fire this year. Can't wait for baseball. For sure, baseball is gonna be. You got two games that happened internationally already. The Caribbean series. Mexico went against Mexico 4-2. I guess that's Dominican went against Panama. Dominican won 16-15. What other baseball news we got? I told you last week, Aaron Judge on the cover, MLB 26. I will be getting the premium edition for have it 4 days early. I will be streaming. Catch me on Twitch. I had the footage coming here also. What else we got this week? We got the Super Bowl, Valentine's Day, really next week. That'll be next episode. We'll have Valentine's Day episode next week. Um, Next week's a whole new week. A lot more stuff to talk about. Join me next week. Let me get any last closing remarks for today. I think this Super Bowl will be enjoying. I think everybody will enjoy the Super Bowl. I do not think the halftime show will be good. Rather, my personal opinion, I think it's going to be in Spanish, and I'm not feeling that at all. But we'll see. Maybe he'll translate it and have it to where he do it in English. But we'll see. We'll see how that go. I think it will be an entertaining game. Drake May, he's kind of reminding me of this Nick Foles back when the Eagles won their championship, or back when the Ravens won with Flacco. All it takes is for you to do your job, and as a leader and the captain of that team, get your whole team on point in practice. Don't wait to game day to try to get your team together and on point. Get them together in practice. Have the best week of practice that you done had the whole season, and get out there and let it show on the field. I feel like practice makes perfect, and all that you see on the field is through practice. I want to segue real quick. I had said a little something last week, but let me backdoor it and add more to it. Before we get out of here about baseball, the Japanese baseball classic. Um, Real quick, Super Bowl predictions. Let me know in the comments who you got. I think the Seahawks will pull it off. All these are ratherly two young quarterbacks, so whichever one wanna seize the moment, if you will. You had Joe Flacco, like I said. You had Nick Foles. They seized the moment, and this one game can solidify you. Next thing you know, you're on State Farm commercials. You're doing this. You're doing that. Aaron Rodgers was another one. This is it. This one night for you. You just got to be perfect this week, and not only that, but you got to get your teammates on point, and don't let one bad apple spoil it for the bunch. Um, I didn't give, like I said, I always missed the Pro Bowl, so I could just tell you who won it, who was the MVP. But as far as the action and what happened, I see it was a lot of scoring. May have to go back into that and add some more to that to the football section next week. But The Saints will have the first home game in Paris, France in 2006. Also, that was announced. So as the NFL goes globally and goes to these different countries, we now have Paris, France on the list, and the Saints will is chosen to be the home game for that game. So all the Paris people from Paris that's really a Saints fan, stand up, get your tickets. This is your chance. Now about baseball. Japanese baseball, everybody wonder why. Like I have Otani number one on my list, right? Simply because Aaron Judge is an outfielder. Like let's say the two positions, both of them have two positions. Both of them hit, but then one's outfield, one's a pitcher. Why do I have Otani over Judge? Because Judge he catch a lot of outfield passes. I mean, balls. He stop home runs from happening. Tall guy, so he's tall enough to get to that fence to catch that ball before it becomes a home run. So one guy stops home runs from coming, but the other one also stops home runs from coming because he's a pitcher. But to me, if you could strike out 12 hitters over time and then go up to bat and then hit 3 home runs and you steady pitching, I'm talking about fastballs, you got a whole arsenal of pitches that you have to do. I'm sorry, but I'm leaning towards Otani for this. They had a handful of home runs that separates them. They had around the same amount of home runs. So I look at Otani ain't really going stolen bases this year. But if he didn't hit, if he was just a straight hitter, I really feel like they could move Otani because he already got an arm from pitching. He could really do first base. You know what I mean? Or another position in the outfield, but he just chose the pitch. So if he fall off of pitching this year, let's say he pick up a position that the Dodgers need help in or just could, excel better if they had somebody at that position. Maybe first base, third base, but the Dodgers are stacked, so I don't know where he would go other than designated hitter um and pitcher because that's it. All the other positions are really sold up. Now you can move some people around, and that's the beauty of baseball. You can move people around. People play 2, 3 positions. People play positions in high school that they don't play in the major leagues. Like, um, it's a lot to it. We'll see what the Dodgers are going to do. Evidently, they won 2 championships in a row. They know what they're doing. But I want to see how they're going to do it. I think they already said he's not going to be pitching. Otani was a pitcher first, then hitter second. But they're not going to have him pitching this year, I don't think. Then I start hearing about injuries that he was facing in the offseason. So I don't know. But I know one thing. Otani is a stand-up guy, man. I find out that he wrote a children's book about his dog. He has a daughter and a dog. And he wrote a children's book, I'm pretty sure for the kids, but about his dog, Decoy. Um, Round of applause for just the humanitarian and the this guy, man. He was worth $1 trillion, and it's little stuff like this to make the world go. It makes the world better. Writes a children's book. I think it's an inspiring children's book. That's what's up. I like that. That's what's up, man. You got a guy that's not all about money. It's all about helping people. At this point, money's already made. Now, how you gonna help other people? Not by giving them money, but by giving them knowledge um, or just pointing them into the right direction. Got a lot of respect for this guy, Shohei Otani, mainly because I know his upbringing. I watched a documentary on him. This guy, very strict. Very strict where he come from. You wondering, and that segues back to what I said a minute ago about practice making perfect. This and dedicating yourself to a craft, and that's what perfect example of that is. You want to be great in something, you got to dedicate your time. A lot goes into it, and that's what I see when I see this guy right here. He went to Hanamaki Higa- Higashi High School, and I looked this up, man. Did my research on this. He had a coach, Hiroshi Sasaki for a coach, a baseball coach. He's like a great when it comes to baseball and coaching. No junk food, no girlfriends. This guy lived a strict life, all about dedicated to baseball. And you wondering why Otani is like, why he's so good? Because man, this guy has dedicated his life to this. You know, I look at I look at just Japanese baseball. When in high school, let me. Japanese baseball is so serious that they have a high school tournament every year. 4,000 teams are entered in this high school tournament for baseball. And this goes back over 100 years. So if you win this, imagine, imagine the how happy and the excitement you get for winning the tournament that goes back 100 years. 4,000 teams into this. Um, in Japan, it's part of the Kishin tournament. They have it spring and summertime. The spring one is invitational. The summer is everybody. 4,000 teams, everybody in it. 40, I mean, 49 teams, 4,000 teams are entered. It all goes to, it ends up being 49. It goes all the way down to 49, I guess in the playoffs, whatever. That goes down to one winner, 399 losers. So you imagine how if you win that. That's how serious baseball is. Shohei Ohtani was in that tournament, and he could have easily went pro early. They said, but he wanted to stay, and because of stuff like that, tournaments like that, you mess around and do all 4 years um, for things like that. If you get a chance, look up Otani's background. It just lets you know why he in the shoes, why he feel the shoes that he feel. You know what I'm saying? It's the practice that he put in, the work you put in. That's why when he go out there, he make it look easy. He didn't put the practice in. Um, heart of a eagle, heart of a falcon, heart of a lion. I'll see y'all next week, and y'all take care of yourself, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.